The wise goddess Athena offered this advice. Ares is indeed going to be upset by the loss of that serpent. He has this thing for serpents. Single-headed, double-headed, dunder-headed, it doesn't matter. He loves them all. And he really liked how the sun glistened off all those heads. But do you know what Ares likes almost as much as serpents? Big sanctuaries built just for him. He likes to conduct what he calls ambush practice in a sanctuary's twisting halls. But to most it seems like he's playing hide and seek. If you build a sanctuary for Ares, the god will be thrilled to have a new place to practice the art of war, and he'll forget all about the serpent. He'll even take some of the slain serpent's teeth, sow them in the earth, transforming them into fiercely powerful soldiers called Spartai. These soldiers will do your bidding and help to protect Thebes. Heed my advice, mortal, and good luck.
We won't need good luck, don't worry. Welcome back to Zeus and Poseidon, guys. We are moving on to Ares City. So all we have to do is build a sanctuary to Ares and have 50 people in the residence better, which is basically elite housing. But notice the two goals at the bottom: 30 sheaves of wheat and 25 jugs of olive oil for colony. Basically, the next mission after this is a colony mission, so we have to prepare for it. As I mentioned in a previous part, the stories, the briefings don't really have anything to do with the mission you're playing. So in this case, this is just a big silly story about building a sanctuary to Ares. Let's head to the city. And we still have it as we did. So what we have to do is, we've already got the wheat and olive oil. Now I'm not going to set aside those straight away because I want to build up the city because we need more money. So building a sanctuary to Ares is a bit of an effort, but we can do it. I may even build it here, I'm not sure. I don't want to use up all this nice land here for just sanctuaries, because they are quite big. If we have a look at this Ares fortress, well, it's not actually that big, so we could really slot it in right there. But then that would use up space for stuff, but it doesn't matter at this stage. So, we've got all the marble we need. And do we have... No, we need to import wood obviously from Libya, and we also need to... I believe we can build... Yeah, you can build trireme wharfs and armories now, but... So who sells bronze? Let's see. Oh, we can get bronze from Mount Pelion now, well, that's good. So I can start importing bronze and make the sculptures locally. Yeah, because we've got the Sculpture Studio. So I'm going to open trade with Mount Pelion, I think, and I'll put down their thing. Where should I put it? Because I want a housing block right there. Actually, no. Let's just have all the housing blocks over here. I can have like 2 housing blocks or something around this area here. Maybe 1 here, I don't know. The way I build things doesn't really account for another block, to be honest. Let's just go ahead and quickly take a save now, before I forget. So, we just have to build Ares Sanctuary, that's the main goal. I'm going to build it there? Nah. Let's build Ares Fortress right here, I think. Right on the centre island. So we've got all the marble, so it gets placed straight away. So I'm just going to put that out like this. We've got everything we need. So up here is where I'm going to produce sculpture, and I'm also going to produce the stuff that I need for elite housing. So I think I'll start off by planning out the elite block first. I won't worry about the fortress just yet. I'll plan out the elite block. I'll come back in once I've done that. So here's my elite block. As you can see, I've only got 1 of these commemorative monuments because I've run out of them. But this is my elite block I'm going to have. As you can see, I've got the common, the Grand Agora here, road right through, and then the road bends to the side here because I want to fit another elite block here later. But of course, I don't have much space, so I have to have it going sort of like that almost. But as you can see, space for 4 elite plots. Once I get another commemorative monument, I think I'll be fine. So let's just increase the game speed to 80. And we are going to need a hell of a lot more workers, so I will need another common block here. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to have all of this up here. I'm actually going to have... I'm going to take away this road. Actually, no. Let's destroy the trees. Like so. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to replace that up here's... Can I get another carding shed in there? I can get that one in there. If in games have started, that's okay. I'm going to put down the extra wheat fields I need over here, so I'm not going to have too much space used up, so I'll just leave space there for one, which is going to bring closer sculpture. What does this thing need again? Marble, wood, and sculpture. It only needs 2 sculptures, so I don't even need to do that. Let's just let it all build up here, and then they can just go cross country for it. So in fact, I can just do that and just leave that to kind of construct itself, so I don't need to do anything. Alright, so let's just build a... I'm gonna put a road going along here. I'm gonna have this going down like so. And one thing I should point out about this, as you can see, I've got the maintenance office right here. This makes sure he always passes every building. What I was noticing, particularly in a block like this, if I put the maintenance office, say there, he would constantly go up and down in a line and he would never reach the buildings here, so they would start collapsing. Which is why I put it there. So all of these heads are nicely evolved. We do need more industry though, and this little bit in the middle here is actually a great place to put down some of the needed industry for like elite housing and other things. So we're going to go ahead and start to build up this city really. And we need artisans. And I might as well use this opportunity to put down 2 artisans, 3 artisans actually, and I'm going to need a hell of a lot more workers. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's just put a line down here for another block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. I just do it like this, it's easier. Don't worry about the elite block, I'll put that in a minute, so I'll just do that. And as you can see, even this is here, and it's still within range of this, so that's why I like to develop sort of city centre-like things. It's because it's easier, and we just won the Pythian Games there, so we get to put the Scholar Monument down, which means we have all the desirability we need around this little bit here. So we are going to go ahead and put down 4 elite houses, like so. And I better put down podium and gymnasium. Now this doesn't require, as you can see here, I've only got a drama school. As long as the drama person passes by these houses, they have access. So that's all that matters for that. So we're going to put down the common agora there, because it's within reach of all this. This is another athletes thing. So let's go ahead and put down fountain, this. We'll put this down at the bottom, because it's the biggest building, so I'll have that at the bottom. Conserve space. So we are going to need more workers. So this is residence. And as they do need food, fleece, and olive oil already in stock. So we're going to evolve these up to the next level rather than building a bunch of these, because it's a waste. Let's go ahead and just put down 2,000 people. That's excellent. So I've got another commemorative monument that I can use. So let's go ahead and put down a tax office. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough buildings for this here. Actually, we're going to put the tax office there. Another tax office there. And that can just be the infirmary just there. And I haven't put down food, fleece, oil, and arms vendors. So let's put that down. So this little area here, gift a sculpture from Caledon. I don't really need that much sculpture, but I'm actually going to accept that gift, so because then I don't need to provide any. So So I'll just accept that gift and then they can just go and do that stuff. Libya's away up here now, so I'm going to import wood. I only need 12 wood. Is it? Yeah, 12 wood, so that's okay. We need 91 workers, it's quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start evolving this housing, and I will come back in once we've got this up and we've started to stabilise our employment issues. Sorry. Okay, so we've started to stabilise this first housing, this third block actually. I'm just setting up Mount Pelion now, so they're going to sell us bronze and they're going to buy our excess wheat because we've got a lot of it in stock, so we're going to start selling it. I'll sell up to 12, I'll have it up to 12. Let's put in 2 armories. Now the warehouse that's going to accept armour is down here. It is a bit of a walk for them to go, but it's because I'm going to have an elite block down here. I don't want them going too far. The elite block up this bit might be too far for them to reach this, but that's okay. So how many people in the elite house do we have? We have 24. So if we evolve this housing, I don't think we'll have too many issues with getting the number of people we need. How many do we need? 50 people, okay. We are going to need a hell of a lot more people than this. So I'm going to provide fleece to this lot here. Oh, Mount Pelion suffers a famine. Let's give them 5 crates of food. Now, in Pharaoh and well, obviously later Emperor, but in Pharaoh, obviously you had to send a specific type of food. Emperor, you had to do the same. It wasn't just any old food, it had to be the food they asked for. In Zeus, it's just whatever food you have available, so it can be anything. And I think it sort of takes it priority because there was one mission I was playing in the Poseidon Massive Atlantis pack where they asked for food but they kept taking meat rather than wheat, even though that was nearby. Oh, the home games have begun, yeah. Every so often, if you do win Pan-Hellenic games, you can have home games, which is okay. How much wood does this need? 8 slabs of wood, we've got too much here, but that's okay. And I did accept the gift of sculpture, so what I'll do is, once the 2 sculptures have been used, the rest I'll just sell to someone. I think, is it Caledon? No, they sell my sculpture. Who else am I able to trade with? Argos, that's who it is. They buy sculpture, so I'll just sell off all the sculpture that I have to them. So we really need to just get our armor made, and once these people start to get taxed, we'll start to make more money. So I'm gonna let this run, and I will come back in once our elite housing starts to get some armor. We'll start getting some hoplites from it as well. Okay, I thought I might as well come back in here because our citizens won the city games that happened. So as you can see, our city's contestants won our city's games. You can now build a commemorative monument in their honour. Our citizens are thrilled that they were able to watch their hometown heroes compete against Greece's best, and your popularity has increased. This always happens. Plus, since our city was so hospitable to the visiting participants, all the other cities in Greece now think more highly of you. And because your contestants won, your city will again host the games within 4 years' time, as long as we still have a working stadium, which is always the case. But if you go to the world map at that point, allies automatically go straight to helpful. Any rivals automatically become admiring / docile. So we've already got Eleusis up to docile without even doing anything. Of course, this doesn't allow us to open trade with them. Now I calculated, as well, this is another reason I came back in, our mansions hold 10 occupants, so with 4 of these we can only hold 40. Our goal requires 50. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Eleusis for wine, and I will distribute it to this people here, and hopefully that'll keep that going. We also got our first armour in. Armour, as I've said before, it takes a little while for it to fully sink in, so the armour vendor will go and get the 2 armour, give it to this house before anyone else. So it is a bit of a staggered issue. As you can see here, all the contestants who came in, they're now leaving. So we've got 43 workers. I'm not raising wage rates, there's no real point. So we started to build back our funds. Is the 2 sculptures coming in? Let's just speed this up. Yeah, that's the 2 sculptures. So all of these sculptures can now be... I'll wait for these guys to go. After buying up the marble. There, so let's sell... Oh no, it's not them that buys it, it's Argos, sorry. I'll just place this right here and buy all the sculptures that can be accepted and just start selling them. I'm actually going to just put this on stockpile, so they will go into this thing, but they won't be sold, they won't be bought, sorry. At least we've got 2 of these now. So I'm going to go ahead and start trying to curry favour with Eleusis, and I will come back in once I've got wine from them, because that's what we need to evolve our housing. It's just easier to evolve the housing rather than build another block, because it's just a waste at this stage of the game. Well, that's helpful. Eleusis has granted my request. I know that they're a rival, but they still granted my request. 18 amphorae of wine is how much we're getting from them, which is plenty. So we'll just accept that. Now, where did that just go? Hang on. I went all the way up here. That's not helpful. Let's just say us to accept 16 and get 16, and we'll just empty out all of this. I forgot I had that there. So Ares Fortress is now complete, but we still need a lot of workers. So Ares will come in with a dragon as well. Ares comes with 2 Spartai, if I remember. Let me just check. Yeah, you get mythical warriors. You get 8 Spartai and 8 guard. These are so useful. I can't begin to describe how useful they are. With those, you have absolutely no chance of failing, actually. It's impossible to fail with that. So, we've completed our main goal of building a sanctuary to Ares, right here. In the middle of nowhere, really. The dragon and these 2... Well, the dragon will go and attack any hostile people who want to come to your city, which is fine. But we're starting to get our elite housing up, so all we need to do is get some more people in, and then we will get to our goal. If I really can't get to the goal with this, then I'll build another elite block and then we'll be done with it. So I'll come back in once we started to boost our city a bit, because we do need more workers. So I'll come back in a little bit later. So I've started to distribute wine. We've got the wine... Oops. I got some gifts in that because everyone respected us. And I also set off some fleece to Caledon, which is okay. We've actually got a little bit of a shortage of food in the city. We've got enough to satisfy us, so it's okay. It's just started to run low because we're selling off to Mount Pelion, which is okay. So our wine vendors are coming back. Hopefully this will provide us the amount that we need. And Argos wants to give us olive oil. Sorry, I can't accept that gift right now, but it's okay. So there we go, we've got manners. Now we cannot provide horsemen yet. We do not have the ability to put down that stuff. We've got a population monument and all that. This little block here is for later, for when I need to build out more. And I forgot to mention, when you build these, to get the gods to appear, right, sacrifices must be had, and that usually involves sheep. So do be careful that if you start to run out, if you start to notice that fleece is suddenly running out, go to your herding and just spam sheep in case they've been used, because they usually are. So as you can see, we're starting to really rack in money here, which is what we want. So how many do we have? We've got space for 6. So it's 24 more people can go in there. So we didn't need anything else. Let's just speed this up. Gift of olive oil, don't want it. Thank you very much for the offer, though. Nemean Games, don't care. Let's see. So we've got 64 people in the residence when we met that goal. And we don't have enough wheat, which is what's holding us back at the moment. I do need to try and boost supplies, but that's okay. What's this? Oh, he's wandering randomly. That just sounded weird. We are running out of food here. As you can see, our granary is not that full. So let's go ahead and just do more of these, and I will boost wage rates just to compensate, and I'll start it in the next mission or something. So we're still selling marble. We sold a bunch of sculpture. That's why we got such a big boost to our coffers, you know. So let's empty. There's our wheat harvest coming in, which will compensate. There we go. So all we have to do now is really build up our... Well, we've got our stores, so I'm going to just save. Because that's done this mission pretty much. Always save before you do the colony thing, so... Oh no, we just ran out. And no, we didn't. Oh yeah, build is emptied here because they're coming to get it and all that. Let's just set this down to 8 actually. We don't need that much stockpiling in there, so we'll let this all just sort of flow. Just speed this up a bit. There we go. Okay, so we've got our required amount of wheat. Let's go ahead and set aside 30 sheaves of wheat and 25 jugs of olive oil. So that's emptied out completely from the system. And that's just done. That's just done with this mission. We did request wine. We will get a source of wine when we come back to Thieves after the colony mission, which we're going to be doing in the next part. Simply because the next one is a wine-based mission. Which helps. So that's just built our first sanctuary.
Ares is shouting for joy over his latest fortress, and his Spartai stand guard over your city. With Thebes well protected and in the trustworthy hands of your prideful deputy, Olympus, it is time to set forth and expand the kingdom. The Oracle at Delphi recommends establishing a city at Cydonia in Crete, though she's hinted that fertile fields and great forests are not the only things to be found there.
It isn't, and I'll tell you why in the next video, because I don't want to spoil what really happens in Cydonia, which is your only colony mission you can pick in this campaign, well this adventure, sorry. So thanks for watching part 4, which we have expanded Thebes to be a much bigger city. We started to build in the building blocks of really ramping up the money. And I will see you in the next part. We will go on to Cydonia. Thanks for watching. See you later folks, bye now.